The Godfather is a prime example of how movies manipulated the camera and editing to tell an event within a story. It can be seen all throughout the movie with examples of parallel editing and contrast between lights and shadows. In this clip of The Godfather, you can see how Coppola uses parallel editing to create a sense of irony, where Michael is renouncing Satan, where he has called for multiple murders in the same scene.
I do renounce it.
And all his works.
I do renounce them.
And all his pomps.
I do renounce them.
Will you be baptized?
I will.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Michael Ritchie, go in peace, and may the Lord be with you. Amen.
It can be seen throughout the clip that after every death, the scene switches back to the church where Michael is getting baptized. This reverse shot creates a polaric sequence where after every scene of murder, it swaps back to getting his sins wiped. I believe that Coppola used this technique to put emphasis on the fact that what Michael is doing is directly contrasting what he originally believed at the beginning of the movie, where he did not want to be involved in his father's business. Coppola also took advantage of lights and shadows to tell the viewer something about the scene and/or character. In the opening scene, you can only see Bonacera and nothing else. All of the light was focused on him. This played in two things. One, Coppola wanted the viewers to know that Bonacera is an important character, but he also wanted the viewers to know that something shady was going on, hence the very limited lighting that was present in the scene, until it zoomed out to an extent where Vito was revealed.
They made her drink whiskey, and then they tried to take advantage of her. She resisted. She kept her honor. So they beat her like an animal.
I believe that Coppola used this contrast of lights and shadows all throughout the movie in order to help the viewers understand what was going on in terms of the character. Bonacera was in a hard time, and in this case, Coppola chose to use very limited lighting to express the scene instead of a completely lit scene, which could have had an impact on the viewers' opinions of that scene as a whole. Since the movie was taking place in Sicily, Coppola had to correctly portray the Sicilians. He had done this with the wedding that was taking place near the beginning of the film. He used this as an opportunity to express the culture of the Italians with food, clothing, music, etc.
Gdzie Michael? Spokojnie, jeszcze wcześniej. Bez niego nie będzie zdjęcia. Musimy zaczekać. Co jest? Nie ma Michaela.
After extensive research about the wedding culture of Sicily, I came to a conclusion that Coppola had portrayed them really well and that he didn't portray them in a wrong fashion. Although there had been some excessive drinking in the film, it was justified by the culture of the Sicilians. They had used clothes in the movie that were tradition to the Sicilian culture, as well as music that was also within the culture. Another way that the culture was referenced was by the different families that were in the movie. The families are like an Italian version of a gang in America. In the movie, there were 5 families that were controlling a part of New York, and they had done business for what it would seem like for New York at the time. Corleone, Tattaglia, Stracci, Cuneo, and Barzini were the families that were involved, in each with their own unique commanders to lead the family. So in total, The Godfather was a very good example of how the camera was manipulated and also the editing in order to create meaning to a scene. And it was also a good example in portraying the traditions of an Italian family and how they live, eat, how they work, etc. Thank you for watching.